Every year we do exactly the same thing, don't we? The fixtures come out and the first place that our little heads go to is the Manchester Derby. We stare at those fixtures and we go, when is it going to be? Is it going to be around my birthday? Is it going to be in the title race? Is it going to be around Christmas? Is it going to be around the start of the season? When is the Derby's going to be? And we've already had one, a comfortable 3-0 victory away at United. And of course, today we're previewing the Manchester Derby at the Etihad tomorrow. And I'm very excited. And I'm very, very, very optimistic. Do say hello in the chat. Martin is saying the thumbnail is wrong. It's not wrong, mate. Try and refresh, but to me, it's showing as absolutely correct. So I'm not sure what's going on there with Martin for you, but it's showing as absolutely correct on my end. But either way, the Manchester Derby is upon us, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this game of football. Like I'm weirdly excited. I actually am. I'm sort of nervous, if I'm being honest. I do want City to destroy them. I want them to be. I want them to have a terrible time. I genuinely do. Like, I don't know why some of us get so confident. Like, I don't know how you do it. Like, to me, I get lost in the emotion a game like this could bring in the stress. But tomorrow, I just want one thing: batter them. Absolutely go out there and show them that Manchester is unequivocally, undoubtedly blue. We know it is. It's been for an awful long time now, but I need to see that. I need to see City go out tomorrow and do it. Everyone keeps mentioning the thumbnail in the chat. I can't mention it again because it's a live video and it's not good to keep mentioning it, but I've changed it. I don't know why it's showing the wrong one for you. Refresh your computer and it should be fine. But either way, tomorrow, I can't wait. I can't wait for this game of football. Look, to be honest, I think we got a good chance as well. That's what's making me nervous, if I'm being honest. For whatever reason, I don't like it when I feel confident. I feel like I should be more anxious than I am. But there's something about it right now. The general mood of this game, where we're at, the way that we've been warming up into this form, and where United are, and of course they've got a couple of players out, and we just feel like we're in a place where it could be that we've got, you know, a chance to really just destroy him tomorrow. It might not happen. It's a Manchester Derby, and I'm not stupid. Things can happen. They always can. But I don't know. I think we've got a chance. I think we've got a chance to really destroy him tomorrow. Now, of course, we know Haaland pretty much always turns up. He scored 2 early on the season. He's got a hat-trick against them already, don't forget. Haaland absolutely has every chance of turning up and giving them a horrid time tomorrow. And I really hope he does. But I do think, largely, if we turn up and play anywhere near our best, this could be a really uncomfortable 90 minutes of Manchester United. They aren't in good form right now, United, at all. They really aren't. Their form is very up and down. Look, I don't care how it happens. We just have to win tomorrow. We just have to. Like, I know we're way above this. Like, our rival United, it's sort of above our pay grade now. It really is. Like, they aren't the team that we focus on. We focus on Arsenal, Liverpool right now. But it will always mean something to me. It will always mean something to the core of this fan base. Right here in Manchester, this is where, you know, legends are sort of, and tales are born in games like this. Like, you can say what you want, but the treble to me was sweeter because we beat Man United on the way. You know, the first Premier League title was sweeter because it was Man United. These things do count to me. They absolutely do. And this is why I feel like tomorrow it could give the fan base, and of course the players, as City fans in that squad, lifelong City fans in that squad, your head immediately goes to Phil, Rico, Erling. You know, it does matter. It absolutely does. To go out there and hopefully destroy them. Send a message across the Premier League. Not that we need to, but I think the timing after the Luton game, with all those goals for Haaland and De Bruyne of assists, I think the timing after that, just grab another multiple goals against United, I don't know, it could set the fear amongst the Premier League. And this is what I'm hoping to see tomorrow. I really am. This is where I think we see the likes of Haaland, De Bruyne, Foden hopefully really step up tomorrow and just terrify this United side. And I think we could do. I really think we could do. I'm just hoping so much. I've not had a lot of time to think about it, but now as I'm really sat here talking to you guys, I can feel that anxiety building up. I can feel that tension building up and what it means. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I would like to say, by the way, I did do something pretty special. I filmed a preview of the derby over on Goals YouTube channel. I'll show you on my thingy right now. If you want to go and give that a watch, I previewed the Manchester derby there, and it's a really good video in my opinion. I am very biased, of course, but I gave it. I go and give it a watch, basically. I did my own kind of thoughts on the derby and all that kind of stuff, and I enjoyed it an awful lot. There's me walking around Manchester. You'll see me here, there, the Etihad Stadium. Look, it's about pride, it's about passion, you know. It's my thoughts on the derby. Go and give that a watch and give me some love in the comments on Goals YouTube channel if you don't mind. So, tomorrow. Let's go to Guardiola's quotes as this part of the preview that we always do. Guardiola's confirmed that Grealish is ruled out, unfortunately. Setbacks are always there in life. He'll overcome it. Apparently, he's pushing a month or something like that. He talked about the fatigue. He said Tuesdays to Sunday is a dream. Saturday to Tuesday with trips is a problem. The Man City players are extraordinary against Luton. 2 days off now and prepare for the game against United. So, yeah, that was the thing. We've had actually a few days, which is nice, you know, for once in between the games. So I'm expecting a really strong team because of that, because they've had a little bit of a rest. He talked about United. He said, always I expect the best. My players know I don't talk one word about opponents. I respect too much. When I say comments, people say Pep says this. Not my intention. Enormous respect for the institution and Erik, the institution of Man United. Cheers, Rishad, by the way, in the chat with the Sahi video. It was good fun. He talked about Phil and Haaland's form. He said, I don't know what happened. If I knew who would score, I would play them. I cannot see the future. He said 80s was Liverpool, 90s was United, and the last 11, 12 years was Man City. Exactly. This is our time. It's ours now. This is our city. The last 50, 60 years, no club dominated everything. Extend for many years what we were trying to do, especially the consistency that we proved at Luton. Yep, he's right. This is the Man City era. It's our dynasty right now, you know. He talked about the preparation. He said we were good. Whether the derby excited, we're good with Jose, with Ollie fighting. They were there. When I learned in my experience, more calm and relaxed. Don't talk about many things. Tactics issues. Just don't talk about emotions. Relax and prepare as much as possible, knowing the quality. They went to Luton and beat them. Then Wolves asked Villa to go and win a few weeks ago. They have the biggest quality. From one action, they create something special with set pieces and transitions. Always they have been demanding when they play good. They will win. In 2024, they lost just one game. The consistency is there. Prepare tactically. What we have to do is get 3 points. You're right. Guardiola will... Well, he's right, obviously. But Guardiola will never take United lightly. I mean, we sometimes want him to go out and just go gung-ho, but he's right to be reasonably calm, you know? He said Sir Jim Ratcliffe and others know the diagnosis of the club. If Sir Jim said they need 2 or 3 years to be there, who might say the opposite? I'm sure they'll work to close the gap. I'm not the right person to know. Yeah, I don't care about United in that instance. And he's right to point that United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Villa, he said, how nice. I prefer that than the opposite. Absolutely. See, I like that tweet there. Guardiola's mentality with these things, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think he's absolutely right to talk about how it's a blessing and a positive to be in this situation. It is, and we should remember that. He says, so nice to do the fixtures, chance to get to the quarterfinals of Champions League, then Anfield, and a chance against Newcastle the 4th time this season. We work to arrive here to live these moments. United here, 2 days to prepare. Bang on. Like, once again, a mentality. Instead of moaning about the fixture backlog, there's a time for that. But now he goes, well, I'm just happy to be here. And he's doing that for a reason. He's not doing it to look good for himself. He's doing it so the players don't get into the, it's so hard being a footballer mentality. No, you've got the best life in the world. You know, go out. This is the contract and the life that you enjoy. The right, by the way, there is too many games. But right now, he's right to say, right now, this is not the time. Go out there, win the games, crack on. That is the only thing that matters. And he's bang on to push that narrative. It's a blessing to be here. Every other player in the world football would kill to have Manchester City's fixtures. Just true. Because that means you've been the best team in the world for the past year. He talks about United's problems, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care, you know. I just don't care about United's problems. Let's look at United anyway. Let's look at where they are in terms of their fixtures right now. You know, of course, they beat Forest 1-0. They fixed their problems defensively. Against Fulham, they did lose, though, at home. You know, this was the last league game, of course, for them. And it was sort of fair, if we're being honest. Statistically, there's barely anything in it, you know. This is how they've been lining up recently with no Erasmus Højlund. They've got Fernandez. I don't even know. Look, it's weird for me. Maybe I come across as a casual here, but you're going to have to give me a little bit of like understanding for not knowing who Forsen is. I've never heard of this lad at all. Amari Forsen. And I looked at the lineup the other day. I was like, who the hell is that? Like, I genuinely don't know who that is, and he plays for Man United. I understand they'd probably feel the same about Rico Lewis or whatever, or Oscar Bob for most United fans if they've never heard him before. But it's just weird to me, isn't it? It's just weird. But then, yeah, Oscar Bob is the comparison, I guess. Fernandez, Garnacho, Rashford, Casemiro, Mainu, Maguire. They've got a few players unavailable for this, so let me have a read about their fitness. Obviously, they've still got Mason Mount, Lissandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. Apparently, Maguire, Højlund, Malacia, and Marshall are all unavailable as well. Apparently, Fernandes is okay. He did limp off against Forest, but he's okay, apparently. Varane might be fine for it. I think Kobe Mino will probably get a start as well for United. This is how they played against Forest the other day. I was on a TalkSport call with against United fan last night, and they were saying he said he wants McTominay up front. How have they fallen? Rashford's not in great form at all these days. Anthony was back on the right wing the other day. Casemiro and McTominay were playing in midfield. Mino might get a start for a little bit more control. But then McTominay probably will start as a United fan. You know, he sort of comes alive a little bit in derbies, doesn't he? Garnacho, Fernandes, Amrabat was playing left back the other day. Wow. Dalot, Lindelof, Varane, United. I can't ignore they've got injuries, by the way, United. They have, and it has definitely played them. You know, if we miss that many players, it would be difficult for us, and I can't ignore that. The only thing I would say is, like, even injuries aside, United fans aren't really happy with the football because they don't think it's good enough. And I think it's fair to say we've seen coaches with lesser resources and squad quality in theory than United play better football and do better than United. So this is where they're at, basically. As for us, I think everyone's available other than... I think Josko's still out, potentially. I think he's still out, isn't he, potentially? This is the predicted lineup over on SofaScore. Reasonable one to guess. I think that's probably correct. Maybe Kovacic. To me, like, the Grealish and Josko Guardiola are out. To me, let's go and build the team together. So I think certain players, 9 out of the 11 are nailed on. So Ederson's nailed on. I mean, Ake's nailed on for left back. I think Diaz is nailed on for here, and Stones is nailed on for there. Rodri's nailed on. Haaland is nailed on. I'm going to put... I don't know where they'll be, but I'm going to put these guys are absolutely nailed on, in my opinion. Silva. I think Kyle Walker is too. All these here are absolutely going to start. Do we all agree with that? I think these are all going to start. So Ederson, Stones, Diaz, Ake, Rodri, Foden, Haaland. Oh, and De Bruyne. I forgot about De Bruyne. How dare I forget about De Bruyne? KDB is obviously nailed on to start as well. So for now, I'm going to put Silva there. So this leaves, essentially, only two players. KDB's nailed on to start. It leaves 2 players that you've sort of got, these guys here. This is going to be either Walker or Akanji. So right back's going to be Walker or Akanji. And then this guy here is either going to be Alvarez here, Nunes there, or Kovacic here. It's going to be or Doku there. This is where it gets complicated. So for this spare man in midfield or attack, which will shift the formation around, it's going to be Doku on the left, or Kovacic in midfield, or Nunes on the left in midfield, or Alvarez in midfield. Which one do we think it will be? I think it should be Kovacic personally, and I think it should be Akanji, I reckon. I think it should be those two. This is what I would do. I know you're going to hate me for this, but I would put Foden over here on the left for now. I'd put Silva over there, and I would do this. Because I know Foden shouldn't be on the left, but I think for now, it's smarter. He's more experienced, and I think it should be Akanji, and I would love to see this. Stonesy there, Akanji there, Rodri getting forward, be able to get forward a little bit, Stones and Kovacic. I would do that. I think Akanji's in incredible form right now. I think his form is excellent. I actually think Akanji would be better against Garnacho than Kyle Walker right now, because Kyle Walker's form is very up and down in terms of defensively. So I think that would be a better thing for me. What Pep could do, he could... We'll leave Akanji there for now, but this could be, this spare guy here could be Alvarez. If it's Alvarez, of course, that means he'll be there and Foden will be on the left. This spare guy could be Doku, which means, once again, Doku will be over here. I think Foden would be on the right in this scenario with Silva over this side. I think it'd be that. If the spare guy could be Nunes, I think he'd be on the left, So I don't know how it's going to go. It's very hard to predict. I would say Akanji versus Garnacho. I don't think it's about pace with Garnacho. I've seen Kyle Walker actually struggle against tricky wingers. People like, Matoma have been giving him an absolute runaround. Sterling was giving him a runaround. Garnacho's cut from a very similar cloth of tricky and tight footwork. On a pure sprint, Walker great, but in tight one-on-ones, I think Akanji's going to be better. I think he is, and I think right now Akanji's form is just excellent. Having said that, I still think he'll start Walker because he's the captain of the derby. I don't know, but I don't think it'll be Nunes. By the way, I'm going to say Kovacic. I think Foden's going to play on the right. which is difficult. But I think Kovacic and Stones to sort of hold, and Rodri will push forward a little bit. This is what I want to see. I think that's our most balanced side right now. Kyle Walker can come in right back as well if you want to, instead of Akanji. But I think it'll be something like this, and I'm happy with it. Look, all I know is that tomorrow it's going to be about Kevin De Bruyne. It's going to be about Haaland. Like, we looked at the space that United had. Carragher looked at the space between United's lines against Fulham. And De Bruyne and Haaland are so good with that vertical space, aren't they? Like, if they get anything close to that, I think City will really take advantage. And I think the goals the other day that we got against Luton were so key to this City side, like what we could do. I don't know. I think it will really work for us. Like, I think like the players are motivated right now. They're in good form. We scored a whole bunch of goals. I think this is going to be a case of generally just give it to Foden, give it to Haaland, give it to KDB, and we'll have enough, and we should win comfortably. Look, my prediction is, my head is saying it's going to be like a 3-1. You know, we'll win, but they will score. They'll have their moments. You know, Garnacho will score. Rashford's going to score, nailed on, even though his form's terrible. You know, Rashford will score. My heart, my blue beating heart, is saying we're going to batter them. That's what he's telling me. We're going to batter them, and it's going to be, you know, I don't know, 6-0. I don't know. That's what he's saying for me. I'm hoping that I'm hoping I'm right. But it does make me a bit anxious. It really does. I don't know. I'm gonna look. We could put 5 past him. We could put 6 past him. I hopefully we will do. I don't know. I can't wait. Either way, come on, you Blues. Do let us know down in the comments how you're feeling about the game. I absolutely hate Man United. I really do, with a passion. They did, yeah, no. And the United fans in the chat will be like, "Oh, another destroyed childhood." Yeah, absolutely. I can't deny it. The thing is, as I said before, I'm not going to deny that as a kid things were tough and Ferguson made us suffer. He did, but you know, as I said, kids cry is what we do, so it's no big deal. The difference is now is adults are crying because we're destroying them instead. And I would rather be the kid crying, learn some humility, than the adult throwing the toys out the pram. You're too big to be in that pram in the first place, mate. You're 30-odd years old. That's what I mean. And right now we get that instead. So this way around, I much prefer it. I learned humility. I learned patience. I learned to savor these moments and destroy them when they felt comfortable. And that's what it means to me. And that's why I enjoy it right now. So I prefer it this way around. And yes, I absolutely love that bitterness that I've got. I use it as fuel. I use it as energy to hate them with every single fibre in my body. And I love it. So absolutely go out tomorrow there, United City. Destroy them. Batter them. And let them know that Manchester is blue. Subscribe, like, see you tomorrow.